Martin, and thanks for the very insightful opening remarks you made. 2 points I must make up front. The first one is just to make the little correction that the appropriate description of where I work is the Supreme and National Courts of Papua New Guinea.
Supreme and National Courts
of Papua New Guinea. So we don't use the Appellation Court of Appeal. And two, to say the obvious that your emphasis was on Africa. Papua New Guinea is somewhere in the South Pacific. And usually there is a confusion. People think I work in Guinea-Bissau. So with those two remarks, let me just go directly to some of the questions that you posed. And to say that what COVID-19 has really done to the world is to change, possibly forever, the operating environment that would affect so many sectors. And the administration of justice is not going to be an exception. So it's important that we have this kind of dialogue, because no one can dispute the fact that the administration of justice has been adversely affected, especially the concept of open justice. You know, publicity is the soul of justice, and justice must operate transparently and in the open. Now, with this COVID coming in, this has sort of adversely been impacted. So the measures that the government in Papua New Guinea did was obviously to trigger the operation of the emergency laws as contemplated by the Constitution. So the emergency laws are in operation, and Parliament approved what we call the controller, the state of emergency controller, who is the Commissioner of Police. And the Commissioner of Police is therefore authorized by law to issue orders in order to minimize the spread of COVID in the country and take all other necessary measures. The result is that the lockdowns were imposed and people were required to work remotely from home. And working remotely from home obviously means that the courts cannot operate optimally. So that has been the challenge. The result is that the judiciary had then to initially we had to ban public access, and only essential or urgent matters were heard, and all non-urgent matters were deferred to some other suitable date. The judiciary in PNG came up with what they called the COVID-19 pandemic plan. So in terms of this plan, essentially public access to the courts were banned, social distancing was imposed, sanitation, masks, and in the past, so what it also meant is that the court staff that were required to come to court, the court had to make arrangements to collect them instead of them using public transport in order to mitigate the spread of the disease. So those were the measures that were taken. And currently we only hear urgent matters. And all other non-urgent matters have been deferred.